Hey Ben, you want a mukbang today? What are we gonna have today? Noodles? Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do Soondae from a place called Soondae, which Leia says is the best Soondae. I've never really had Soondae, believe it or not, so this is gonna be a first time for me. Leia, did you get enough food? You said you got 3 things. That's like...
And then you were like, is this enough food, do you think?
I don't know anymore. What do I do? Did you get Ben his noodles?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Mukbang Wednesday. Today Leia got what looks like literally a tray full of Korean food. I don't know what all of this is, but we're gonna experience it for the first time. All right, let's dive right in. These look like soups, so we'll go with the soups first. Ooh, they are very hot.
So what I'd like to do is kind of get things on plates.
Uh-huh.
So that we can kind of look at everything a little bit better, because some of it is banchan.
Okay. So Korean food, there's lots of like dishes, right? So let's get those all going. This is definitely a soup. Thank you. That's very good. It'll keep me going. I will try to show you this, but I think we'll just try and plate everything up. That looks good. Yeah. You gotta love this when there's just a big old container of kimchi, and then like there's another container of something that looks like it's kimchi. This
one
is
radish, right? Like,
ooh, that looks like
and like every kind of kimchi, like every vegetable has its own.
The kimchi is just like a pickling, right?
Yeah.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that. It might be a little spicy.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, if we're wrong, correct me. You want some rice too? Ooh, this is rice with bean in it.
Oh, you know, I noticed that at some Korean restaurants, they do like different kinds of rice. It's not just white rice. There's like restaurants that do purple rice, restaurants that do multi-grain rice.
Yeah. So Korean food has always seemed very like
healthy,
earthy, like
Koreans really.
What's the word that I'm looking for? Like, earthy's the wrong word. Substantial, hearty. Hearty is the word I would use for Korean food, right? Because Korea's so cold, and it seems like sometimes they can't grow all year round, so they have to like pickle things, and they make their rice with like hearty ingredients, and it's very substantial. It's very filling. Like every time I've had Soondae, it's just.
Is there a container with noodles in it?
This is cabbages for the. Bossam? Bossam is like a wrap?
Basically, yeah, it's a wrap, and it's from what I understand, it's like pork belly.
It's like for the pork belly?
Yeah.
Look at that then. Look. That looks really good. Whoa, hold on. We gotta eat it like a wrap. Kind of like we do with Vietnamese food. Kimchi cabbage, which looks and smells like. Oh, nice. Oh, that was too much. I don't know that you can have this stuff at a shrimp. I know you normally are game for just about anything, but... Yeah, I think this might be too spicy for you. Oh, Soondae. So I don't remember having Soondae before. Leia says I've had it before. I don't think I have.
So, like all Soondae is not created equal, right? Because you can go to a Korean market and buy Soondae, and it won't be anywhere near as good as Seoul Soondae.
As this place? Like this place is the jam?
Yes, like people come from all over, including K-Town.
And this is Seoul Soondae in Artesia, California.
Yeah.
And I'll make this box disappear already. Oh, no, not yet. Wow. These look like little shrimps. Little shrimps in this sauce.
Yeah.
That looks delightful. Now these are this looks like just the red pepper sauce, and this looks like the fermented bean. Yes, that is what that is. Like a spicy fermented bean. This is pink salt
Is that?
Oh my goodness. Look at that. That looks really good. This is the pork belly.
Okay, so I'm gonna consult the internet on today's thing. We have Korean friends. They, for some reason, are not super into eating these things. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you directions for the bossam.
Okay, should I do this while you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna take a piece of the cabbage.
Okay, piece of the cabbage.
You're gonna add a piece of the pork.
Oh, do I need to do it?
Yeah. Well, you can.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Go ahead, do the pork.
Okay.
Take a piece of pork.
Okay.
Oh, this is oysters and radish. So you're gonna take some of the oysters and radish.
I can't really like fold this though. Is that a problem?
It's okay, just bite it. You're just gonna put it in your mouth. It's just
I've never done this
delivery system.
I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what else do I do?
A little bit of oyster radish.
This is an oyster? No, it's not. This?
It has oyster in it.
That's a radish though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
And then a little bit of shrimp sauce.
That's this guy. Okay. Okay.
And then kind of wrap it.
Okay. Here we go. Then what?
And then you put it in your mouth.
Just that? That's just, okay.
I'm guessing you could probably put on it some of this garlic.
Garlic, you got salt. No, not the salt, not the bean paste.
I think that the salt and the bean paste are for the Soondae.
Okay. Let me put a piece of
2 of these.
I'll take a piece of garlic here. Raw garlic. That sounds crazy. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Just use your fork.
Look, I got 2 spoons. Got 2 spoons.
That's really good.
Daddy.
With the raw garlic?
Daddy?
Mm-hmm. Can I make you one? Or try to or something?
Sure.
Let's, Nope. So the trick, I guess, I'm assuming I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll tell you what I've noticed here.
You can use, if you don't want to use the cabbage, you can use a piece of lettuce and stuff.
So the cabbage is tough because it's like a lot of stock. So I'm gonna use this little wrap here. I'm actually gonna break this in half so I can get 2 out of that. Get a piece of the pork belly. All right. Are you supposed to put kimchi in it or no? Leia loves oysters, so I'll get one of those oysters for her.
I mean, I'm assuming you can do...
You can do anything. It's like a kit, right? Kind of?
Yeah.
It's like a kit. All right. And then I will roll that up and hand it to Leia.
Thank you.
That's very cool. Are you having fun with the rice? Or not having fun? You're very sticky. I think he doesn't like it because it's so sticky. I am gonna... You want a pork too? How about your noodle game? You got a noodle thing going on over there, Leia, for Ben? Huh? Why not? I'm gonna take another piece of the raw garlic here. There's raw jalapeno, which I'll try that too. Throw that right on top. All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna give this to you to give to Ben. I suggest you actually try some of it because it's really interesting.
Everything I add to this is like just little enhancements on flavor. The jalapeno with the garlic is really good. Mmm. Oh, really good. What do you think of the soup? Hmm?
The soup's kind of creamy, like a little bit like soy milk, but really beefy.
Really beefy.
Yeah, and it's
What do you call the soup?
sulangtang, and it's got thinly sliced pieces of beef.
Yeah, it's like almost like pho looking. The thickness of the beef.
And
no,
then
you eat it. You're getting dripping on me.
It's yam noodles.
You just eat it.
It's what the restaurant owner recommended for kids.
It's good. It's very mild though.
It's really soothing.
It's very beefy, very soothing.
That salt stuff is for the Soondae.
Which one? You've got two kinds of salt.
I guess you can use a spicy salt.
Spicy salt.
Pork. I don't want this pork.
That's beef, but okay, you can have a different kind of. You can have pork.
And it looks like that would normally be eaten with rice.
The Soondae? I'll have a little bit of rice. Very like glutinous, thick, sticky rice.
But I feel like I've had Soondae often enough to know that it's pretty mild.
Okay, so I take a piece of Soondae. Yeah. What else? A dip? That's it?
Yeah, dip and try it.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was too much salt. A little lighter on the salt.
Okay, I'm gonna try it without the salt.
It's very mild. You're right. Incredibly mild.
It has the mouth texture, like you know when we had dinuguan, the pork stew.
Dinuguan is Filipino pork stew that's thickened with blood.
Yeah, so it's kind of got the same texture of that blood.
Like that, I don't want to say slippery, fatty mouthfeel, but that kind, that was what you're talking about? A little bit.
It's a little silty, actually. And then it's got the texture of mochi.
A little
I
bit.
would like some
That's from the
of
noodles.
that.
It is a little salty.
I would like some of that.
Can Ben have this?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take, there's like all these little different sauces.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if this is the right way to do it, but there's like
If we're doing this wrong, please tell us in the comments.
paste.
We love when people like correct us.
What is
Because
this?
if you tell us the right way to do it, there's usually a flavor that we're not getting.
this?
It's like a sausage. It's good.
What is it?
It's a sausage. Eat it. So I have some fermented bean paste,
It's really good with this. Ooh, it's really good with this.
which is, I think there's another one. I'll take it. I love fermented bean paste. The Korean fermented bean paste, I just love the smell. I love the taste of it. What's this? Oh, this is just like mashed up pepper, right?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try that.
It's really good with that.
Yeah, that's pepper sauce. What do you think? Is that good?
Before we get too far,
Yeah, this is
I'm gonna do a quick pan of the food.
it's pretty mild.
Pork belly, shrimpies, Soondae, all kinds of the kimchi, and this. Okay. Okay, so the Soondae and the
I would like some.
there's some other things on that plate, and I want you to try them.
I see that.
I would like some more sausage.
You like the sausage? You can definitely have more of it. Here you go.
Do you see how like the texture of this is so nice?
It's a very smooth texture, and even though it feels like it's noodles, like wrapped up in sausage, like noodles in the sausage casing, it does feel like a mochi type of thing. It reminds me of mochi. All right, so this looks like an organ. This looks like a stomach.
Probably.
And what am I supposed to do with it?
I'm assuming you can treat it the way that you treat the Soondae.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a bit of the. Okay, sit down. I'm gonna do a bit of the fermented bean paste. It's incredibly mild. You want me to get you something? You want some of this?
Sure.
Oh, that's something different. There's all kind of different things here.
So that's intestines, right? What you just had was intestine.
Tastes like intestine. Very mild though. Very mild intestine taste. Really mild. I'm still chewing it.
Like really clean, right?
Very cleaned out.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. I'm still chewing it though. I'm not the biggest fan of intestines. You need something, Ben? Can you take a bite of this? I think you're gonna like it if you try it. Go ahead.
I'm sensing that this dish
Incredibly.
is more about texture.
I like the noodle better.
Because everything's boiled, right? And if you boil the meats for too long, a lot of the umami comes out of it, right? And really a lot of the offensive smells come out of it too.
So here's my problem with the intestines. Very mild, very clean. Of like all the intestines I've had from Asian countries, that is the most approachable to like Americans. It's not a flavor that's too overwhelming.
It's kind of noodly.
The problem, and I think this is what causes Americans not to like certain types of foods, and all Asian cultures have something like this, is you spend too much time chewing, and the flavor is gone, but you're still chewing.
Look what I'm doing.
And yeah, and I don't think people like that. I myself, I don't really like that. I don't enjoy that.
We'll try the next piece of meat then.
And that's fine, by the way. It's mild. It's. If I were to recommend having intestines to anyone, I would probably recommend that intestine for their first time. This tastes like very dark turkey meat. But I think it's an organ. Is that a liver? I had this one.
I think this is, it's not tongue?
Oh, it's tongue! It's totally tongue. Yes, that is tongue. Yeah, it's not minerally enough to be a tongue. Now,
What?
I'm sorry, it's not minerally to be a liver. Everything I said about intestines, totally unrelated to tongue. Tongue is really good.
Tongue is a delicious meat.
Tongue is really good. I love tongue.
You're gonna want to have the other piece.
I will. Is this just more?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's something shaped like a half moon.
I see that. Okay. Okay.
Daddy,
Yes, bud?
I pooped in the bathroom.
Okay. All right. This is
Daddy,
liver.
Daddy,
Is
look
this
what
liver?
I did.
I think it's
Daddy.
liver or
Look what I
kidney
did.
or something.
Okay, put down. Oh, could be kidney. Not a fan of the minerally taste, but very mild.
So we were just saying how everything is super mild, right? Well, everything.
That was not mild. The whatever that was, the kid.
I see what's
No, it's rice. I've already got it.
Everything is boiled.
Uh-huh. It's just rice, man.
I'm gonna give you the soup. This is a soup that I really love.
Okay.
And it uses the broth of everything that was boiled, I think.
Oh. That is where all the flavor went.
The soup is amazing.
Wow.
Super
Yeah.
flavorful. It's
What
got
is this called?
vegetables in it. I don't know. It's a part of the combo. So if you get the Soondae jungshuk,
Okay.
Daddy,
it
Mommy's talking.
has this soup, the innards, and the Soondae.
That's really good. Hi.
Daddy,
Hi. Yeah, eat it.
Daddy,
Now you eat. Now you eat.
Daddy.
Yeah.
The soup was very good.
Yeah. Addison, you eat. No, you eat it.
Daddy.
Now you eat.
So the soup has scallions.
Now you eat it. Now you eat it.
And Napa
Now
cabbage.
you eat it. Okay, here, let go of that.
Daddy.
I'm gonna have stains like on my work shirts on each side of my arm. Yes, Ben.
And it's peppery. It's such a good vegetable delivery system, this soup.
Daddy, I just ate the noodles and I did this.
Ben, take a bite. Take a bite right now. Come on. Okay. Don't know why he's not into the beef. He loves beef normally.
Me?
Make another delicious wrap. All right, so
I want some.
I gave you that. This is the meat.
I want some of that.
You just want a piece of lettuce? Okay, I'll give you one in a second. I love the taste of the raw jalapenos on this. It's really, really good. And they're whole. They're not cut down or anything like that. So they're actually, if you think jalapenos are spicy, then you might want to stay away. Get a nice little dollop of the shrimp. I'm gonna do this one a little bit better this time and roll it up right.
This just feels so much like country cooking. You know, like you're a farmer. You're growing all your own food. You don't waste anything.
Salad.
You know, when you live in an area where you have to preserve.
We're not talking about this salad.
You have to preserve vegetables through the winter.
Yep.
This salad.
Like everything is important. It must be.
I like this.
I'm not just because like it's good to respect things and eat everything because that's how you were brought up. Because it is cold as hell and you will die.
But like you've got to love a culture that's like, we're not gonna waste the broth that we boiled the meat in. We're gonna use it.
Make a soup out of it.
For a delicious soup.
Right.
That's a pretty I think that's a pretty Asian value. You know, like I think we've seen it with Filipino food and Chinese and Vietnamese food where there's like a broth-based something to get more vegetables in a meal.
Well, it's flavor, it's seasoning that you put time into, right? You don't want to pour that down the drain. What is this? Oh, this is like those radishes we get. Wow, it's big. Huh.
I can't tell you how in love I am with the Soondae soup.
I want more sauce.
There are times when I want this soup and I don't actually,
This?
I don't want
I dropped the other sauce.
Okay,
Anything
don't drop
else.
anymore.
I literally get the combination for this. Because you can order the Soondae without the soup and without the intestines and everything.
I mean, I would get the Soondae with just the with just that soup. That right there would be perfect. You know?
I wonder if there's a way just to order this soup.
It probably is.
Somebody help me, tell me how.
Yeah, how do we order just the soup?
Daddy,
Yeah.
he's right here. He's right here.
Okay. Make sure you eat it all.
And would it be rude to do that?
Is it rude?
Yeah.
Is it rude?
I really hate offending.
I know.
Like,
Mommy's talking.
Could I have
because it would be super bizarre if you went into a Chinese restaurant and were like, can I just only have the soup that comes with the lunch?
Because it's very possible, like, I don't know the legacy of these dishes, but a lot of times this style and the heritage here is that some of this was for, I don't know, wealthier people, or that's where it originated from, and the water was probably like discarded or something like that. Whereas somebody realized, no, why are we discarding the water? We should take it home and make a soup out of it. And then like that became the it thing, you know, like the beloved thing.
Oh, do you remember when we went to Waco Honey Pig and then we did the Korean barbecue and they had
What's wrong?
the soybeans and the kimchi on the and everything was preloaded.
Yes.
And then at the end they
Mommy's
turned everything
talking,
into
okay?
a
Let her
fried
talk.
rice.
Yeah, so it was a very home style Korean barbecue.
Right.
They had a weird, it was a flat iron different than like the Korean barbecues we have out here normally. And they cooked everything, the kimchi, everything was all on this like skillet. It was pre-cooking when we sat down. And at the end, whatever was left over, they took it and they fried it in a rice very similar to this, very glutinous. I think it had beans in it, you know? It was very good. It was a very unique experience, and it was these home style like flavors.
So I wonder, in the US, eating innards is not very popular because people just normally throw it away.
Right.
But in other countries, innards are kind of a treat.
Right.
So is Soondae a treat, or is Soondae a home style dish? Like, we're making this to make best use of our food.
Use your napkin. That's what I'm kind of wondering too, is so some of this, like, I would think the wraps would be like a higher dollar dish, right? The nature of that, maybe, I don't know, not royalty, but you know what I mean? Like something that was, but the Soondae, does the Soondae have the same thing? And it's so hearty in nature, like I can't believe that it does, you know?
Is this my napkin?
Sure. But maybe I'm wrong.
I kind of feel like that this might be higher end because
the Soondae?
Yeah, because it's so light in flavor, and usually, from my experience, the more in your face
pepper.
Like a dish is, it's more in your face because you need to eat rice with it. Like, it's a rice delivery system. It's as salty or pungent or whatever as it can be, so that you'll eat more rice and fill up on rice. Whereas this is so mild in flavor that I don't really feel like you need rice.
Then wouldn't the wraps like qualify as that, because it was recommended you put the shrimp sauce on it, and it's very pungent shrimp sauce?
Is this fancy food, guys?
If it's fancy Korean food? It could be. I feel very fancy.
It does, like, whenever I have dishes that are really mild, it usually speaks to the quality of the ingredients. You know what I mean?
The intention of the dish is to highlight the flavor of the natural ingredient. Right.
I recently got into like Korean beauty products. Like, there's a snail serum that's awesome.
Mommy's talking.
The Korean culture really values health and beauty. Like in a...
Wait, snail serum?
Yeah. You put it on your face.
Like the trail? The trail?
Mucus.
Really? That's an interesting job.
What's that smell? Right?
Snail harvester?
That fermented shrimp sauce.
That was really good.
So it's weird, right? Because it's like the flavors of the meat are mild, and then it gets really kicked up with the sauces
and the raw garlic and the jalapeno.
So that
brings out a lot of flavor.
So that's just like a normal condiment.
Yeah.
I feel like garlic and jalapeno, and again, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
It's basically like Americans and ketchup or something.
This, though, I've never had this before or seen this before, and it's really good. Right? It's like, you know how like MUKBANG, Vietnamese fish sauce, it has that obviously fishy flavor, that gaminess, but fishy gaminess. Yeah. But there's no pieces in it, right?
You're talking about umami.
No,
fish sauce is like,
I'm just saying it's like a strained, clarified flavor, similar to this.
Oh.
But this is like a hearty, like there's little shrimp all up in this.
Plus spice.
And spicy, and it's just all in there. Like it's all in there. You expected to eat it. It's like a flavor enhancer for the pork, because the pork is on the mild side. It really is.
I also really like that there is oyster radish and shrimp sauce. I feel
like this stuff is amazing. Is this chopped up radish?
Yeah.
This is really good.
I feel like I don't know anything about Korean food.
I mean, keep in mind, where we are, the Korean food that we get most often is Korean barbecue and Soondae.
There's a big Korean population in Cerritos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But the most prominent places are Soondae and Korean barbecue.
Right.
Where we often go. Right?
Right.
This is like, I can see.
The average person isn't walking into this place because it says like Seoul and then something in Korean.
Right.
So aside from the pictures of food on the windows,
right,
it would probably be pretty hard for somebody.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Ben, stop. Stop.
Oh, we've got Korean fried chicken too.
Oh, that's true. But that's like, you know, that's not, I wouldn't say that's a traditional dish, right?
Yeah. What are you doing there?
I'm just taking the bean paste and that spicy bread stuff, putting it on the pork and shoving it in my mouth.
What's wrong with vegetables? You don't want
I'm having some kimchi.
No. But it's a whole balance, right? Like you're supposed to make a little pouch of everything inside a leaf. So it's a complete meal.
My favorite is the fermented bean paste. No, seriously though. I really love the packet, the pork belly with the shrimp, the jalapeno, and the garlic. I thought that was perfect, and the radish. Soondae was also good. I'm just concerned I'm not eating it correctly.
I think you're just supposed to dip it in salt.
But it's too salty.
Well, don't put as much salt on it.
And I did that, but then, I mean, I struck a balance, obviously. But I still felt like there might be more to how you eat it.
I feel the Soondae is probably about texture more than anything.
It's a great texture. It reminds me of that spicy rice cake, that Korean dish that, I mean, they have it at Korean barbecue. I always get it.
Tteokbokki.
The what?
Tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki. That stuff, I love it. This had a similar texture. Obviously a little bit more hearty, a little more earthy. Not earthy, substantial. Very good though. That was enjoyable. That was different. We've never done that before. If you have any comments or want to tell us what we did wrong, that's fine, because when we have this again, which we will, we'll know how to do better, and hopefully we taste something more fun and interesting and amazing. What was your favorite, Bem?
Rice and this.
Didn't you like this, the sausage? I think you ate most of that than anything else. I think you like the Soondae the most. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Well, that'll do it for this week. As always, you can post in the comments if there's something you want us to try. We live in Cerritos, California, which means we can get really awesome foods, really traditional and exotic foods, and we love tasting new things. For those that didn't see my wife, because she's not in many of the videos, my wife is Chinese, so we do have a lot of Chinese food, and her family is from Vietnam, so we have a background of also eating Vietnamese food. So we like to just try everything that we haven't experienced. Just surprise us. Yeah, you are. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Ben, are you leaving? You leaving? You gonna say goodbye? Goodbye. See ya.